It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll be watching the Desperados, leader at quarterback. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball, 4 touchdown throws. It's the Desperados and the Sentinels. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the Alamo City of San Antonio, Texas. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Sentinels of San Diego taking on the Desperados of San Antonio. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this San Antonio team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row. On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0. 3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year. The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And off we go from San Antonio. And able to get this out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback. And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week. He was a manager. He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Clemens. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago. And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, and all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there. Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Lewis. He finds his man, complete. It's Craig. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 16 yards, a first down. Now Lewis. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing. Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now. Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 119 yards. And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync. And Caldwell's got it over the middle. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end. Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard And it also brings up 4. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're on offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And we get a glance at their leader in the huddle, the veteran, in his 9th season now in the league.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
They got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Out of the gun, Griffin. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
On 3rd down, Griffin. He finds his man, complete. That's Chambers. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Lewis. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Lewis now looking to throw on 2nd down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Clemens to about the 40-yard line. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Ball start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
To throw is Lewis. Operating from the gun. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down now, Clemens. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Lewis. And a throw right sideline is complete. 18 yards there, down to the 18 and a first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Operating from the gun, Lewis. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. He might be being set up here for a busy ball game already. 2 kicks here in the first quarter, and he's knocked both through the posts.
And for now, you know they'll be happy getting those 3 points. But what they really want is to find a way for him to kick extra points instead of field goals.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. Johnson's got it complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Griffin. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Griffin. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. There's Griffin to throw. But you look at this defense. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he fields it cleanly. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Set for the second quarter, San Diego in possession of the football. From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. On 2nd down, Clemens. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Off the play fake, Lewis. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Here now, 2nd and 4. Now a handoff up the middle. Clemens. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
But when you go from 2nd to 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Lewis off the play fake. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Back out comes San Antonio. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, Griffin. He finds his man, complete. That's Chambers. So no gain on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Griffin. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Clemens, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Looking to throw. Lewis. And that is incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Up the middle they go. Chambers. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now Lewis to throw on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Back to throw. Lewis. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this 1st half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They can use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. On second down, here's Griffin. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Griffin. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's Lewis. Going to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Lewis now throwing on first down.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And they'll send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Now Griffin. He finds his man complete. It's Chambers. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Third down and 1. Now it's Griffin. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So the first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
This offense back to work now late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Lewis. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Looking to throw. Lewis. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Craig. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll get the lead down to 5.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. A lot to get to here this final day of September. So let's get started.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They go play action. Griffin.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
From the gun on third down, Griffin. throw, but incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Back to throw. Lewis. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So a change of possession here on the punt. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On second down now, it's Chambers, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. On first down, Chambers, and he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
11 yards there, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down. It's Chambers. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
2 yards to go, second down.
Now they'll throw it with Griffin. Over the middle, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
On first down, Chambers. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
65 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
On second down, Griffin. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because You have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
To throw is Lewis. Looking to throw on second down. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
Ball start, offense.
That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter, and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
Lewis on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Craig. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Clemens. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Clemens. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Right back to him on first down.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Griffin. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Throw out wide is incomplete.
They're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Lewis. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, this defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Chambers. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Play action. Now Griffin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
Now Griffin on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This from 42 yards out. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in San Antonio, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns. But in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing is Lewis. Throw left side complete. That's Caldwell. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. 3rd down and 6. Now Lewis. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Griffin. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Chambers. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. 103 yards rushing for him now to this point. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chambers, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Griffin. Complete. It's Johnson. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only got a couple, but a couple is all that they needed as they convert on 4th. On first down, Griffin. He finds his man, complete. That's Chambers. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
They go play action with Griffin. Down the right sideline, and all the way
touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Desperados are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Now Lewis on 1st and 10.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And Caldwell's got it over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
16 yards. First down, San Diego.
They'll look to throw again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Here's 3rd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Caldwell. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It's a gain of 6. First down.
Back to throw again. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Lewis on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion brings us 1 snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though. No surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up, right?
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up when the ball gets to the receiver. Moment of truth, knock it away.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 117 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Right back to him on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chambers. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it.
And look at this, another fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for San Antonio, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.